take us back, walk us through. You went out and played professional ball, came back to school, saw that. You've seen both industries. You've seen what the collegiate level's like and the pro level. There's a ton of difference between getting paid to play and the enjoyment of playing in college football. I mean, I know there's a difference.
Oh, a huge difference, man. And like I said, the hanging out with the guys after. I mean, we had dinners every Monday and Tuesday with receivers or with quarterbacks and linemen. And it was just a real cohesive type of thing where you have it a little bit in the league, but for the most part, after work, as we call it, you're going home. You're going to do whatever. So it's just not that same feel. And then playing for money just adds all the business aspects of it to where they even tell us how to dress. I mean, in college, man, I know, especially me, I barely even had on socks during the game. It's just whatever made me comfortable. So really just the different aspects of that, and then that every single game whatsoever. It matters in the league, but in college with the BCS and the way that worked, oh man, I mean, it was just an absolute battle and fight to every second of every game. So really just the different aspects of that, but more than anything is just that bond, that family atmosphere, and especially even more as Rob Miller here in Texas or at UT. It's, I mean, all of us come back together, man. We're like kids in a candy store. So that's what you created. That's the fun of it.
You know, part of like the NFL experience is meeting all the guys that you kind of grew up watching, watching NFL on Sundays, and now you're playing with some of those guys. You were with some of the most flamboyant personalities probably in the history of the game. Chad Ochocinco and T.O. You were in the same meeting room with these guys.
And then the most flamboyant of them all, Jordan Shipman.
He says six words a year.
Yeah, like, get seriously. Now, how did you enjoy being in the same meeting room with those guys, and how was that experience? I mean, you got to tell me about that.
Man, it was unreal, to be honest with you. It's funny because God puts you in certain places and things in life, and I never knew I was going to be a social work graduate. And then again, after I finished, I never knew I would actually use it. But you learn so much from those guys, and I'm the first to admit when I'm wrong. I watched the media exposure that they got and all of that, and a lot of it was pretty skewed. I mean, he could be one of the things I know for specifically. T.O. was pumping himself up. I mean, he was yapping and yapping. And he was having a great game. I was like, I don't know why they would make it seem like he's arguing. I mean, he had like 200 yards. But in watching the TV that night, it showed a total different thing. And we happened to be watching it together, and that's what he said. He's like, CQ, man, they make it seem like I'm fussing at y'all or doing this when I'm just pumping. You were right there. I'm pumping myself up. So, I mean, in certain aspects. But then again, there's times later on that he was playing his case. So, it was unreal. We learned so much. I mean, as much as anything. Tio's 37 now. That guy can run with anybody in the league. I'll tell you, I saw it on a daily basis, and he can absolutely fly physically. The way he prepared and worked for the game, it's unreal. So it was cool. There's a lot of things I would do that they would. There's a lot of things that I wouldn't. So that's the way you go.
We're talking about, and like everybody's talking about, I guess, the NFL labor dispute about this. And Quan, you're always one of the most optimistic people I know and have met over the years. And even you say this thing is going to probably get worse before it gets better, but that you feel that ultimately this thing's going to get done in time to save the season.
Right, and that's what I think. I think it's everybody's kind of holding their ground or standing their ground right now and trying not to bulge so that they can get what they want. It's the business aspect of it. But then again, the smart decision. They are smart businessmen, or they wouldn't be in the position that they are. So I think they're going to make the right decision and have a season. But I know